Okay, Rabotai, we are discussing today a very interesting topic of not to mezalzel in other people's honor. You're not allowed to disrespect other people, right? Shelo lezalzel b'chvodam, don't respect their honor. V'lo b'dibur v'lo b'maaseh. Whether you speak to them in a derogatory way or you act to them in a derogatory way. Like, I remember one time, long ago, we were kids, the guy tells him, "Oh, go fetch it." Like he's a dog. Yeah. Oh, you having ones to you, huh? What are you having? So he goes like this, "Go fetch it." I was like, "That's the way you talk?" Like I was a kid. But he told the guy, "Hey, okay, go fetch." He chucked it. Like he took his $20, whatever, they running around, he chucked it, "Go fetch it." He wanted to go fetch it. It's a derogatory statement. You got to be careful. You got to be careful, right? Now, there was a amazing tish where they have, where the Rebbe gets up there and they have like a whole seudah and they have chulent and they have kugel and they talk and they heki about divrei Torah. They say. So there was a very big famous rabbi that everybody knew. And he was so respectful to everybody. Like his house was open to people that needed, and he would see who it is. A poor man came one time, and he would always help. There was another rabbi in the town that said, "I want to see how he conducts the tish that he makes. He's so chashuv, such a kadosh. I want to see the way he conducts his tish." He gets there. It's a famous story, by the way, this story. Famous. I know you heard it, but it's an amazing story. He gets there, the rabbi, and the big Rav sees the Rebbe, sees the rabbi walking in. Rabbi comes sit in the front. He sits in the front with him, they sing on the table. And to give you behind the story of the story, what happened was, the week before, one of the people in the crowd said, "Rabbi, I'm one of the regulars over here. And I come every single Shabbat. Every Friday night I'm here. But what? I always get chillin' last." You can stay and learn, no problem. Yeah?
Thank you.
Says what's it called? I always get chillin' like one of the last ones because I'm in the front seat with you, this, that, I'm like nearby. And I get a little, at the end, I get a little chillin'. Maybe next time I can get first, maybe. So he says, "Yeah, no problem. Next week you're going to get first. I'm going to tell the Gabaim." So she tells the Gabaim, the next upcoming week, he's going to get first. He always gets one of the last ones. He doesn't get enough children. He's going to get first. So that week, it was his week to get first the children. So now everybody's sitting down. The Rebbe is sitting down and the rabbi is next to him. And now the rabbi is interested. Let me hear what's going on and what's going to happen. He wants to see how. Anyway, they bring out the children. And now the pot is huge pot. They put it in front of that guy who's supposed to get first. And now the guy's so happy. The first time in many years, he's the first one to get the children. He got the gavod of getting the children first. He gets his bowl and he starts pouring. One scoop. He starts pouring. Another scoop. Okay, 2 scoops and you're out. You know what's going on over here? Another one. And now they see his big bowl is like getting high, very high, like a mountain. So one guy behind him says, "All right, enough already. What are you going to take the whole children over here? Leave room for X." Another guy saying, "Yeah, come on, have some respect. What's going on?" Says, "Yeah, I'm waiting for this moment for how long? I'm the first time I could get first. I'm going to have another scoop because of that." He takes another scoop of children. And now the people behind him are going crazy. So they're like you're pushing and this, that. "What are you doing? Get him out of here." And now finally, he stands up. He stands up on the chair now. "What do you all want? I'm getting the children. What are you doing? What is everything going crazy? What is everything? I'm going to show you guys now." All of a sudden, guy screams, "Get out of here!" He's going like he says, "Yeah, you want? I'm going to take another scoop." "No, you're not." And they're grabbing the spoon from him, the big ladle. And he goes like this. He spits in the whole children. Wow, what's going on? What's going on? And then now they're looking at the Rebbe like, what is the Rebbe going to do? Now already it's like, now it got quiet for a moment. And now the rabbi that's next to the Rebbe says, I understand this. He tells the Rebbe, I understand this. You're known as the most holiest rabbi over here. And I didn't learn anything from you. I didn't learn. I'm coming to learn. I didn't know the Torah. All I see is a fight over children. What's going on over here? And everybody's looking at the Rebbe, and everybody's now quiet. Like this is like, what is the Rebbe going to do? What is the Rebbe going to say? The Rebbe gets up, tells the rabbi, "You learn a great lesson from here. Silence. I could have went up, and I could have shambled and screamed at this person who spit in the children. I could have. And it'll be rightfully so. What are you doing? You can't do that in front of everybody. And I could have embarrassed them. But you learn silence over here. You learn silence. Not to mevazeh somebody, not to scream at someone, not silence. A lot of times people have fights. A lot of times people, how do you end the fight? Shalom bayit issues. Where does it come from? What's going on? What's going on? And the answer is, a lot of times, let's say, a husband will scream at his wife, scream at his wife. Now, it's fire going on at that moment. Now, if the wife screams back, right now she's adding fire to the fire. But if she's silent a little bit, there's nobody to fight back. The person's not going to fight back. Or she talks softly. She calms out the situation. You understand the situation? You understand what we're trying to say over here? But what? To mezalzel, to disgrace anybody, you're not allowed. And even if sometimes, you say to yourself, I'll be silent, not to go and disgrace, let it be so. How many times a person has it where he's somewhere and he's getting shambled, whatever it may be, he gets screamed at. It'll happen. You ever went to like a pizza store? And I saw this. I was at a pizza store, and there's no like table. Sometimes there's no tables. It's packed, jam-packed. So a mother of two, at a pizza store, and there was another mother over there of three, and then she's like, "What are you doing? I went to go up to get my slices of pizza for my kid, and you take away my seat, my table," and she's making a whole. So at that moment, she got disgraced. She did. She's owed an apology. Kaparat avonot. One of the but what? But be careful that you don't disgrace her back, because then, if you do that, you're not better than her right now. You're disgracing. You're making that. If you keep quiet, then already it's a ma'ala. But if you're gonna go scream back, no, you don't own the table over here. I'm gonna sit there, and what are you gonna do about it? I don't care about this. I don't care about. So now you disgraced her now. So why get into that scenario in that situation? You understand the point that we're trying to make? Silence is golden. The Gemara says it in Masechet Megillah. Yeah, it's very hard sometimes. But you hear the stories how it was. They got beracha, they kept silent, they kept quiet, they kept this, they kept that. The Gaon Vilna says that. The Gaon Vilna says that a person should be silent in times where it's very, very hard, and you want to answer back, and you want to scream, and you want to yell, and you want to disgrace, and you want to mezalzel. But silence. When you keep your mouth shut, in that situation, there's a et ratzon. They bring down et ratzon. You know the famous story in the wedding, where the lady couldn't have children, and somebody told her, I think it was Reverend Batsheva Kanievsky, says if you see anybody getting yelled at or screamed at or things like that, and they're getting disgraced, and they don't answer back, you should get a barakah from them. So she went to a wedding that year, and she saw there's a fight going on, how one lady spilled like a little bit of, yabra? You know yabra, what it is? It's like right? It's a dish. So there was like some oil that when she was passing it, it fell onto another lady's dress. A little bit, but the whole dress got ruined, like a little bit goes on. Like, you ruined my dress, and she's screaming at her, what are you doing? You can't pass the Yabra normally, you have to go over my dress, and you're going crazy. And now this lady's about to fume back at her. Relax, it was just an act, it's going crazy, You know how the fight starts? So she quickly, before this lady who couldn't have children, before this lady was about to scream, she grabbed her, please, I beg you. Please, you just got disgraced. Don't fight back. Don't go crazy back. Keep your silence. Give me beracha. Take those words of frustration. Give me beracha to have children. Please, I beg you, please. It was very hard for that lady to keep quiet. She gave her beracha and she had a child that year. It's a famous story in Israel. It happened in Israel. It was a famous story. He said that you see what the silence can do. You see the silence is golden. And besides the fact if someone is mezalzel in you, it's kaparat avonot. They say, I heard this from Rabbi Yosef's mouth. I was in the class when I heard this. He spoke the shiur torah of Rabbi Yosef. It was Motzei Shabbat Kodesh in Musayov, in the Shul Musayov. And he said the famous story about the Havetz Haim. Havetz Haim, one day he was very, very happy, and they didn't know why he's so happy. What's he so happy? And it says that one day he tripped over his overcoat, and he fell by the elementary school building, like the steps and things like that. And the elementary school building, they were having recess, and they were all pointing and they're laughing at him. They're kids, but laughing at him, but they disgrace them, but they don't know they're kids. But he took that as bizyonot, as kaparat avonot. He says, I'm so happy. You know how much kaparat avonot I got? So therefore, two ways. Don't mevazeh anybody. And if you don't disgrace anybody. And if you are being disgraced, know how to handle it. Know it's one of the biggest kaparat avonot. And you're not losing anything. And it's disgrace. Keep quiet in that. Take it. And that will give you a major kaparat avonot as well.